Hi everybody, and welcome to Steph's Stories and Crafts' first Make Something Monday. So today we will just be doing a craft demonstration that of course goes along with Wednesday's story. This week's story is called Pearl and Mo. It's about two spider friends, Pearl and Mo, who live in the jungle, and it's about them making their webs. So today's crafts are making your own spiders and a sticky icky web game where you get to make your own web and see how good it is at catching bugs. So here's what you'll need. To make your spider, you will need a small paper plate, 4 pieces of pipe cleaner, and 8 googly eyes. You will also need a hole puncher and markers. Now if you don't have a small paper plate you can use, but you have bigger plates, those will work just fine too. But you may want to double the number of pipe cleaners you use so that the legs will be longer and more proportionate to the body. For the Icky Sticky Spider Web game, you will need a paper plate. I don't have any big paper plates, so I'm using this plastic one. You will also need some tape. Now, the best kind of tape for this project is double-sided tape, but if you don't have that, regular office tape will work just as well. And you will also need some pom-poms to be your little bugs for the game. And if you don't have pom-poms, you can either make some with yarn, which I will demonstrate, or use some cotton balls. So today we're going to start by making our paper plate spiders. And as you can see, I have already made Pearl from our story, so now I'm going to make Mo. So you're going to start with your paper plate and turn it upside down and color on that side. Decorate your plate whatever funky looks you think your spider might have. Go for it. I want to see them all. Alrighty, so once you have your spider decorated and with a nice face, it's time to add the legs. So what you're going to do is take your hole puncher and punch 2 holes on each side of the face. Now you might be thinking, 4 holes, but spiders have 8 legs. Well, that's where the pipe cleaners come in. So what we're going to do is fold your pipe cleaner in half, and then thread one end of the pipe cleaner through one of the leg holes that you just made. And once it's all the way through, just twist it once or twice and bend it at the knee, and there you go. 2 legs out of 1 pipe cleaner. So the Sticky Icky Web game is a super simple spin-off of a game I played as a kid. When I was young, my brother and I had these like Velcro mittens that went with a super soft ball. So you'd throw the ball to the other person, and all they had to do to catch it was put their hand up where the ball went. They didn't even have to grab it. So this is the same basic thing. However, I made it to play with it hanging on the wall. But if you want, you could add a strap to the back of the plate for your kids to hold it and play with it together. The point of the game is to make a web and see how many bugs your web can catch. So to make the web for the game, is so simple a child could do it. In fact, your child should do it. So if you have the double-sided tape, as I do, all you have to do is take a big strip of tape and lay it over the top of your plate, just like so. And then you just do that a few more times. And you can use all sizes of tape, go in whatever direction suits your fancy, and just make a web. I would suggest that if you have more than one kid, you have them each make their own web and see which web is more effective in the game. Or, if you only have one kid, have them make multiple webs and use varying amounts of tape to see how much tape makes the best web. Now, if you don't have double-sided tape, that's fine too. You can use regular tape. What you'll want to do is take a strip of tape a little wider than the width of your plate and just roll the ends so that on each end there is sticky stuff on the back. And then you just lay it over your plate and stick the sticky stuff on the back of your plate. So I'm using Pompoms as my bugs. You could also use cotton balls, or if you don't have or want to use either of those, you can make your own Pompoms with some yarn, a fork, and a pair of scissors. I'll show you how. Making your own Pompoms is actually really simple and pretty fun to do. So you're going to take a length of yarn, and for this game you don't need very much yarn because they're supposed to be bugs, so they can be pretty small. You're going to start by wrapping your yarn around the tongs of your fork. Now make sure you start in the middle of your fork and don't go all the way down. Just makes it a little easier to wrap and get off when you're done. And once you've got it wrapped between the tongs a few times, you can just then wrap it around just by spinning it on your fork like spaghetti. Alright, and when you come to the end of your length of yarn, just thread it through the bottom middle of the tong. Wrap it around your thumb. Bring it up to the top. And push it through one more time. Bring it back to the top and pull it through the loop that was around your thumb. Make sure it stays between those tongs and pull it through once more for safety. And just do that once again, just to make sure your pom-poms don't fall apart and leave yarn all over the house. Alright, now you can slide your pom-pom off your fork. Kind of looks like a bow. And then just slip your scissors in up the sides and split all of the folded pieces of yarn off. Just fan it out. And you can trim off your little tail if you want. Oops. And there you go. Your very own homemade pom-pom. Alrighty everybody, those are the crafts for today. I hope you enjoyed making spiders and playing with your sticky icky webs and finding out which webs catch the most flies. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the show, this week is different, so that's all for today. Check back on Wednesday for the story about Pearl and Mo.